All right. And Ketan we want us to start again. Okay. Ngwa.
Okay. Aga na mmiri so daba na mmiri ogwu nkwụ kpọọ m n'ụkwụ so wepụta ya gbaa tetanus mwaza pain relief from there gbagote Jos since I'm gbagote Jos mbịa Jos her test test na sugar level dị m na dị too much and then ọ ka ndom go one ya afọ ofu ụkwụ ya ọ na-achasị black.
Afọ m ọ dị ka your sister ka you send mo picture the leg yotago. Well, afọ m ya so and I studied the image of the leg very well. Yota. So I studied it very well. We're just also from that court in when we that Buna Miria Yotago. Because I notice him not showing headache at dark boggy tissues. Or no, my
my sister.
That type of thing, in had the gangrenous. You understand? Above just a dry wound. A dry wound. I can say, okay, let us make progress. And unfortunately, most of that type of thing now they were gangrenous. Now and where space for opportunistic infection. And that infection or that because only can lead to sepsis, blood infection. You know, because an open wound where direct contact to the blood vessels. And that's why now, when we're such a thing, not careful, it will lead to blood infection, which is more dangerous. Okay. So, but what I saw, because of the dry, they say mummified gangrene. So, Imana, like I said, wet gangrene now the a higher risk of spread the infection and sepsis. A dry gangrene, and we can say, okay, can you manage here? But it's good now that you are telling me they diagnosed of high blood sugar. So I can give you 95% assurity that we can be able to get rid of what is going on. What is going on with you, even though that when wear that court, but what has been going on with you in the past decades behind insulin resistance? The body were a way of trying to, strive on the background. Because the body na mecha announce maybe you would have known on time. And we can little symptoms here and there, like both for the lightheadedness or weak or fatigue, even after eating, especially when that need the high glucose content and we are new high glycemic index. So when you hear such a type of food, you notice you know get shoot to your blood level, your sugar level up. And when you shoot to that sugar level up, if you notice here that now the body that release here insulin. Makana one thing our body will always strive but to bring balance. Or to make sure that there is balance in the body. Then an excessive amount of chemical in the body. And then that high insulin, the body in a sense here that now, even though the insulin is there to help the cells to access glucose fast, but the body in a sense here that no a danger because a change the blood viscosity. And the bulk of how we're going to resolve this your condition now is centered on what I am explaining. That's why Ojidimpa that you pay keen attention to what I'm explaining. Insulin resistance na-change blood viscosity. Ọ bụ na ịbụ somebody nwee moto ị na-anya, ị ga-ama na mgbe ụfọdụ ị ga-asị ka ị service moto gị, and ị na-service moto maka na ị notice na ije wepụta the oil check dị na engine, wee metụ the oil aka, isi mba na the oil dị dirty, because imetụ gị aka sị mba na ọ dị too thick and ọ dị dirty. You understand? You notice here with motor ahụ nwere such kind of thing, ị ga-afụ na the motor ahụ ga na-akwụ anwụrụ. Ọ na-akwụ anwụrụ because na ọ na-struggle, you know, because na ọ nwere bad oil. So my brother, that is exactly the same thing that I want us to understand as regards to your case. High insulin, and we're hyperinsulinemia, or not aka in the body, on a dewa may lead to the heart struggling, on a dewa may lead to inwe wound or man heal. In fact, the general things, because the blood, Obonebu a Christian nago Bible. The Bible says now the life of the flesh is in the blood. Our blood is able to transmit life to every cell. Our blood is able to take oxygen when you breathe in through the lungs and the alveoli. Your hemoglobin, part of the blood, will now merge with oxygen. When we can transmit here this oxygen and other nutrients from the food in area, when we can transmit here to the cells in the body. So the biggest challenge I'm now that now your blood viscosity adigo altered because of high insulin in the blood, because of high glucose in the blood. Go up. All right, sorry for that distraction. So all right. I lost you earlier. Can you hear me now? I hope you can hear me now. I hope you can hear me now clearly. Mekwa onwe go mute again so that I can equal can hear you because I can't hear you. Unmute onwe head the mic n'ihu phone gị ga-click that thing. Ka nweke na anu ihe na-ekwu. But ọ bụrụ na gị nwa na anu nke na-ekwu, then it's fine. Why I'm spending time to explain this thing and then explain so you understand that now we can reverse this your condition. I am 100% sure that we can reverse your condition. This condition aboro a spell fired from the village. You understand? Like I said, it's been there for decades. The only thing, Bona, you have not been aware of it because of the way you eat. In fact, you have not described to me how you eat and what you eat. But I can tell you now what you used to eat. Just because of noticing that you have hyperinsulinemia. I'm sure that your diet comprises mostly carbohydrates. Carbohydrates meaning maybe in a tea with bread, maybe in a no gari often, or in a no pounded yam, or in a no semo, maybe I'm sure that na maybe in a rice often, in a ji often, in a plantain often. I am very, very sure. So this will keep your uh, insulin level high, because now at any point in time when you eat that way, you will flood in glucose into your bloodstream. If flood ya, the challenge I nwere it will alter your blood viscosity, and it will be difficult for your heart to now circulate the blood and circulate the nutrients that the blood is supposed to carry. Maka na ọbara anyị kwesịrị iji oxygen and other nutrients take care to every other cell, to every other organ, to every other tissue, to the systems in the body. So, but because now your blood na-enwe high level of insulin or high level of glucose because of how you eat, that's the reason why o ji dịka that little cut ị nwere n'ụkwụ mgbe ịdakpu na mmiri, o ji dịka ọ nọdụ ana. But I can tell you that point blank, we're going to resolve it, okay? So enwere something nchọ, ọ bụ na enwere pen and paper, you can take note of it. That is how we're going to resolve it. We're going to resolve it with what I call plant-based ketogenic diet. So that means in the next 30 days, I will not put you in a fasted state, because I have seen your video and I forgot that now you have lost some weight, or maybe that is how your weight have always been. But I can say that you are not obese. So we don't have any reason to put you through the fasting, because normally what I do in starting my protocol to launch a 14 days only juice fasting, so, but we will not place you on that, but we will place you on what I call 1 meal a day. I know where OMAD, OMAD, 1 meal a day. So what it means, Bona, you will only eat once in the day, and preferably in the afternoon. Remember that now I'm not that type of doctor that always want to give medication. I want to justify the reason for any prescription. I want to justify the reason, because our body were the capacity, and our body na ya no to heal. The challenge we are not giving it the opportunity, and mostly because of ignorance, because we are not aware. We are not even aware that the way we are living na cause so harm, na cause so assault to the body. So one most important thing need add as a herb bụ ginkgo biloba. Ọ bụ na iji pen and paper, because take note of it. You can search for it on Jumia or on Nairaland or on Konga or on gigi.com. Check here for ginkgo biloba. Unless you nwekwa local market where you can go and source natural things, including supplements. You can for ginkgo biloba. The essence of ginkgo biloba is for peripheral circulation. Because if you go now, the challenge especially, if you have a cut to maybe any part of the body closer to your heart, you will notice it will heal faster compared to when you have a cut in the leg, just like the one you have now. So you see that now we need something that will stimulate blood flow towards the limbs, both the lower extremities and your hands, your toes, your fingers, everywhere. So ginkgo biloba, but the herb I get use will boost to that circulation. But remember I said we are going to starve you of any meal that will flood in glucose and will stimulate the influx of insulin into your bloodstream. So that's why we are going on plant-based ketogenic diet. Ketogenic diet is a diet that is mostly comprised of protein and healthy fats. Okay, so that means I get restrict bread, I get restrict rice, I get restrict yam, I get restrict garri, I get restrict any carbohydrate for now until na-enwe healing. Because ọ bụ na anyị restrict ya may allow ka ị na-eri mostly protein and healthy fat, you will notice that now I ga-heal that gangrenous foot faster. In fact, I give it 30 days. So I don't know why it keeps logging you off. Oh wow. Now there is another thing m ga-achọ ka anyị mee apart from the ginkgo biloba. That thing m chọrọ ka anyị mee bụ nke enwe a juice blend na-akpọ anti-inflammatory and blood circulation elixir. So Biko, what I want you to do for me, this juice blend, if possible, ị ga na-aṅụ ya every 2 hours, at least half or a full glass cup every 2 hours. Remember that I'm putting my mouth where my thoughts are. I am sure that we can restore your condition, but you must have to keep to the letter any instruction on the so that anti-inflammatory and blood circulation elixir m ga-agwa gị ihe ị ga-eji wee mee now. Ọ bụ na iji pen and paper, biko take note. Number 1 bụ zobo hibiscus. Ị ga-esi zobo and ị na-esi ya add akịrịmpịrị, addkwa cloves mgbe ị na-esi ya. But biko, do not add sugar to that zobo. Do not add any flavor to that zobo, and do not add any artificial sweetener to that zobo. Okay? Ọ bụ na isicha ya, what you will do bụ ị ga-egote turmeric, gote garlic, gote ginger, gote lemon, gote onions, gote cayenne pepper. Now, a lot of people na-eche na n'oshombe bụ cayenne pepper, ma na ọtatasi bụ cayenne pepper. But mostly, I might recommend the cayenne pepper na-abịa in powdery form. They well labeled. So I allow the producers to, save us the time and the struggle. Which one is cayenne pepper and which one is not cayenne pepper, because pepper were more than 50 different species. Okay, so okamani order cayenne pepper, you go to ya from a store and all the well labeled and all the in powdery form. You gonna add there na that juice, and that juice bụ nke nsị na ị ga na-aṅụ every 2 hours. I can assure you that in the next 7 days, those skin they dry, especially at your lower limbs, they very, very dry. That's what I can see. I'm seeing dehydration. I'm not just seeing a gangrenous wound. I'm seeing dehydration as well. I'm seeing that you are not properly hydrated. And when I talk about hydration, a lot of people will think I'm talking about just drinking water. Now, what I'm recommending that you'll be drinking, but this blood circulation and anti-inflammatory elixir. So that zobo isi with cloves and kerempere, ị ga-akwọ turmeric, garlic, ginger, lemon and onions. Ị ga-akwọ ya dịka smoothie. Ịma ihe bụ when you put it in a blender, kwọọ ya ọ dịka pap, ọ dịka onye chọọ ịṅụ akamụ. So you can now put it in a glass jar, tinye ya na fridge. Ịghọtago? You can now be taking every 2 hours. You just take 1 spoon, add ya na the zobo in a glass cup. Ọ bụrụ na ị ma ṅụchanwu 1 full glass, you can take half glass. Ị tọọnụọ ya, ị ṅụọ. And remember n'ọkwa teaspoon. Ihe ị ga-use bụ teaspoon. Teaspoon bụ ngaji ụmụazị, not adult spoon. Okay? So that ọ bụrụ na ị kwọta those things wee fill a full glass jar, if you know we can last for more than 7 days. Okay? Even half teaspoon is enough because of the frequency of use. So all important for you to take note of it, because this is what will completely reverse that condition. I mentioned only 2 things. Ginkgo biloba as a herb. Ị ga na-aṅụ ya as a decoction. That is, decoction means ọ bụ na iweta ya itinye na mmiri, isie ya for 10 or 15 minutes, ị ṅụọ mmiri ya. So you can have it in the pot. You can reheat it and be drinking from the pot. Okay? Ọ bụrụ na otu anyị nọ n'ụlọ ọgwụ na nọ n'ụlọ, you can have them get it for you. Yana wunye gị na a glass jar, a big glass jar or a big flask. Isi ebe ahụ na-aṅụrị ya. The same thing also for the blood circulation elixir, nke ị ga-eji hibiscus, cloves, garlic, turmeric, onions and ginger. I mentioned onions because of onions na-enyere aka for sugar metabolism, for glucose metabolism, and you are diabetic. Most of all those things I mentioned, cayenne pepper, cayenne pepper is very important for healing. In fact, just as that your wound is now, you can even apply cayenne pepper. If you are sure it is cayenne peppers as rightly labeled, you can apply it topically on the wound. You can mix it with honey. A lot of people will get cayenne pepper, get that pepperish, just like ose, to have that pepperish sensation that you will not be able to tolerate it. No. Cayenne pepper have the capacity to heal open wounds. You can also mix it with aloe vera gel and be applying it on the open wound. You can also mix it with slippery elm. Slippery elm, aloe vera gel, cayenne pepper. You can use 3 of them to make a poultice, a combo, a cream that you will apply. And you will be shocked what will happen only in 7 days. Only in 7 days. So this is my utmost recommendation, and I am 100% sure that now if you keep it to the letter, don't cheat, don't eat bread, don't drink Coke, don't drink fruit juice, don't eat semovita, don't eat pounded yam, don't eat rice. Just keep to a plant-based ketogenic diet. Ọ bụrụ na ị dị hungry, you can buy nuts, different nuts. You can buy groundnut, you can buy cashew nut, you can buy Brazil nut, macadamia nut, almond nut. And we're more than 15 different nuts. You can buy those nuts where ata cucumber if you are hungry. Because my target is in the next 30 days, we will not infiltrate the blood. We will allow the blood to have the full healing capacity. We will not reduce the blood viscosity. In fact, in the next 30 days, if you follow these instructions to the letter, you're going to check your blood glucose level. You will notice that it will be coming out lower and lower day by day. In fact, By the 20th day, we can revert your blood glucose level to normal just by these prescriptions. So I'm not saying that the prescriptions now, no, but just to heal the gangrenous foot. No, it is to heal you completely. Heal you completely, and you will not be sickly. You will not have any reason again to be admitted in the hospital. So currently, from my own personal observation, when that's a wound, I will have to tell you, because one of the strongest hallmark of any sane practitioner, when I mean sane practitioner, but any doctor who wants to save life, the number one hallmark of our practice, but not to harm the patient. Okay? So because of my keen observation of that wound, unfortunately, this case did not come to me early, because if that your leg, if that now the oligogangrenous, it has eaten up lots of flesh in your big toe, revealing your bone. Okay, so in all sincerity, because I am not the type of person that will come and tell you that what I practice is the only thing that will save you. No, we have to be integrative. We have to think in a complete sense. Okay, so what I'm saying in essence, that toe, we need surgical intervention. Can I repeat it quite again? Because that your gangrenous toe, to avoid sepsis, okay, need the surgical intervention. Because from what I saw in the picture, the bones are already exposed. So we go direct contact with your blood vessels. Okay, so the things I'm telling you to do now, restore back to health. But blood infection. I hope you get what I'm saying. Blood infection, sepsis. You understand me? About this correcting your insulin level, boosting your immunity. Now. Ihe I need to do now, no, but gangrenous foot, especially just the toe, they should not cut all the foot. They should focus only on that toe that has been eaten up, because all the go eaten up already. Okay, onwa magic ọzọ for something to go eating up in that level. Assuming you contacted me after you had the cut, when you fell inside the water, would have been able to resolve it. It won't get to that extent. Okay. So, but what I can assure you, Bo, that this protocol I'm prescribing for you in the next 30 days will even speed up the healing of the this thing after surgical intervention. It will speed it up. That is what I'm saying in essence, is that in the next 10 or 20 days, you will not have any other reason to remain in the hospital. Okay. All right. So let me now run down what you are going to do, because as I always do, I'm going to try to carry you along as per what you're going to be doing per hour basis, especially having helped you to understand that now we are going to help to resolve the issue. So I have to put it point blank. So if you have pen and paper, when you wake up in the morning by 6 a.m., before you get out of bed, you can sit up in bed, check your temperature, check your blood glucose, check your blood pressure. This equipment to check blood pressure and blood glucose is sacrosanct. All the very important that now anybody, whether you are hospitalized, whether you are sick, whether you are healthy, once you have clocked 35 or 40, it's important for you to budget to buy a blood glucose monitor or a blood pressure monitor. It is more important than buying an expensive Samsung phone. It is more important because you have to be alive to use a phone. Okay, so for me to place it alongside phone and compare them is for you to understand how important it is that you wear those things. So when you wake up in the morning by 6 a.m., please do well to check your blood glucose and also check your blood pressure, check your temperature, check your pain threshold, check your alertness. Just judge your well-being, how you feel. Because you just wake up, the question will be that now that you wake up, did you feel refreshed? Or you wake up and you still feel tired? Because, because if you wake up and still feel tired, then it is a red flag. Okay? So, because it is important when you wake up by 6 a.m. or 6:30 or 7 a.m., depending on when you used to wake up, please do a check. Okay? Now, the next thing is to inspect the dressing. Because ọ bụrụ na ha mesịa ihe ọbụla ha ga-eme n'ụkwụ ahụ, always take a look at it again and be sure maybe that it is not bleeding, be sure that it is not discharging, be sure that no nwere any foul smell. Okay, ọ bụrụ na ọ nwere any of these things, bleeding, foul smell, or any discharge like abo, please, you need to let me know, or you get to the emergency department in any hospital. Can we check ya maro? Please don't make a joke with it because of ihe a na-akpọ sepsis. Sepsis is very dangerous, okay? And in our quarter, please do not stand on that your foot. Try to first of all stand on your other foot. I think it's your left foot. But you don't have any injury, or the right one, because that thing be affected. So try to stand first on your left foot. It's very important that you follow this instruction to the letter. Ọ bụrụ na ị nwere fever on waking up, or na ị nwere confusion, or na ị notice that you are breathing hard, or na ị na-enwe chills, or maybe na ị na-enwe worsening pain, or na ị na-afụ any foul smell, na the leg just na-esi isi, na o nwere foul odor, or maybe na check your blood glucose level, ọ bụ na ọ dị very high, okay, because it calls for immediate clinical review. Ọ bụrụ na ị nọ on any prescription medication for diabetes, I'm not asking you to stop it. That's why you say that you have to be checking, because you only stop it when I give you instructions to, based on your blood glucose reading. So when you check all those signs, when you wake up in the morning, ọ bụrụ na enwee anything na-adịrọ good, you can send it to me on WhatsApp. Okay? So ka anyị nwee ike nọdụ in the same page. I don't want to be treating A and be seeing that you have B. Ọ bụrụ na enwee antibiotics a na-enye gị after the surgery, remember, I'm in support of antibiotics. But again, because of the need to save life, I will suggest you take the antibiotics. But after, we're going to rebuild the damage that will come from the use of antibiotics, because there will be a damage, of course. Antibiotics is given to stay for life off of the microbes, like the opportunistic infectious agents. That's why they get antibiotics. My name is antibiotics did not go to school. So it cannot differentiate between your gut microbes, which are necessary for your capacity to eat food and digest food and assimilate food. It will not, it will be hostile as well to those microbes in the gut, which help you to produce hormones of happiness, serotonin, hormones of love, oxytocin, hormones of having intercourse. with your wife, these hormones are produced in the gut. So when you take antibiotics, you expect that now get one side effect. But we're going to rebuild that, and we are rebuilding it with fermented foods, which I'm going to send you a comprehensive list of what you're going to be taking, to help you. So if you are on any diabetic medication, continue to take it until we notice that the new lifestyle which I am proposing will have made a dramatic impact on your blood glucose level. Then I will stop you. Okay, I will tell you, okay, opening on glucophage, in 10 mg, ngwa ka reduce it to 5 mg. Ị na-take insulin, ị na-take insulin injection because of blood sugar. Ị na-take 2 times a day. I can say, okay, let's take once a day. I will be the person that will say, now your blood glucose level is normal, is optimal. So stop insulin, or stop metformin, or stop glucophage, depending on which one. I will be the person. So don't stop it on your own. Say because you believe I hear doctors give you away. No. Now, I also encourage a lot of hydration. That's why I said that I'm gonna offer take half glass or full glass of that anti-inflammatory juice. You're gonna take here 2 hours. Okay. So if you're not in these 30 days, I didn't ask you to drink plain water. In 30 days, you're not going to drink plain water. You are only going to take this juice drink, because I want fast and speedy healing. Okay. So, Biko, avoid sweet drinks. Even though I'm talking about hydration, but avoid Coke, avoid Fanta, avoid Sprite, okay? Avoid the energy drink, avoid fruit juice, including Five Alive and Chivita. Avoid unknown herbal mixtures. I have made a prescription, only one. I don't want us to confuse the body. A lot of people, China, healing will come from taking 100 medications at a go. The body will become overwhelmed. The body will become confused. I only recommend one, ginkgo biloba. Only one, ginkgo biloba. If I'm going to recommend two, maybe I will add something that will help to regulate insulin level, and that will be berberine or cinnamon. But I don't want us to be taking all sorts of herbal mixtures because we want to heal. I want you to understand it, that now the prescription where the capacity to heal you 100%. Doesn't depend on taking concussion. You don't need concussion to heal. Okay? So do well to record for me your fluid intake. Half glass, because keep record of that half glass. 1 glass every 2 hours. Please keep record of it. Okay? For any reason you have poor appetite, it is important for you to report it. Okay? Any ongoing infection, maybe after test, infection, it's important for you to report it, so to let me know. By 7 o'clock in the morning, I want you to eat a protein-rich breakfast, because remember I talked about protein, healthy protein and healthy fat. Remember, in our elementary knowledge of biology, healing and rebuilding of the body cells, is dependent on protein. I made you protein a body building food. Okay, I will pour carbohydrate, energy giving food. But luckily for us, even protein, which we are restricting you on, that protein also is also an energy giving food. So it's not only a body building food, it will also help in restoring your energy. So I advise you take, even though we are focusing more on a plant-based ketogenic diet, but if you can't find nuts, if you can't find lentils, if you can't find flaxseed or chia seed or plant-based sources, ebe anyị ga-esi wee nweta enough protein that will help for healing.
It's because of the
Without
tea.
protein,
Okay. Now we're
without protein, we cannot heal. So, ọ bụrụ na anyị
is it
itete in the morning, your breakfast is more of
Narota,
protein. Yes?
please, we want you to help us send the list of those things that you explain to him, to that his sister, because it's raining here, we are not getting it. Is it
All right.
possible?
I didn't know it's... Of course, it's
Yes, I
possible.
send
I'll send
message
it
for
to
you.
you.
It's raining here, we are not even getting it.
Don't worry. Don't worry. I'll do that. I'll
All
do
right,
that.
so
I'll send it.
all right, thank you.
All
You
right.
still want to talk to him?
All right.
I could give him the
So
phone. You still want to talk to him?
No, I'm
Sir?
still talking. The program is still on. I'm running down what he's going to be doing. I have more 10 minutes to round up, so he can still be on, okay?
Okay. So it's okay.
So I also say he can take yogurt. Why I'm recommending yogurt is because of not a use of antibiotics. So I'm recommending yogurt. I'm recommending fermented foods to help to rebuild his gut microbiome. And the fermented foods as well will go a long way in helping in his sugar metabolism. After all, the reason why we ferment a sweet milk to become a sour yogurt, all organisms na-eme. So if we have such organisms in his gut, ọ bụ na o rie ihe dị sugary, ịmara that na those organisms will help to convert those high sugar foods or the sour, the nwee low sugar. So it will not impact on her glycemic index, it will not impact on her blood glucose level, and it will not impact on her insulin level, just because of the organism. So that's why there were some cases even na-eji gut building diet, fermented foods, where he low diabetes. Onye dị diabetic, he place here on appreciable amount of fermented food. Therefore, it will arrest the diabetes and it will reverse the diabetes. So it is very important to add there are several fermented foods. And fermented foods get to boost immunity, because our 70% of immunity rests on the gut. Okay, so this is what is very important for him to include. And I remember I recommend that you will take these things once in a day. That's what I call OMAD. But if he's hungry for any reason, he's so hungry that he cannot stand it, then he can eat vegetables. He can eat carrot. He can eat cucumber. I'm going to send you a comprehensive list, but I'm not going to add banana. I'm not going to add watermelon. I'm not going to add pineapple. But you can eat apple. You can eat several other fruits. Okay? It will go a long way. But the most important thing is let us, keep him on a ketogenic marker level, so that we will not have a flood of insulin into the bloodstream or flood of glucose into the bloodstream, so that we can allow healing to happen. Okay? All right, so that is it. Any question, please do well to drop the question on my WhatsApp, and I will respond to you. And I'm going to send you the comprehensive list as I promised, and even the comprehensive protocol follow, so that now I get rid of this little challenge. It's a very little challenge. It's not so big. Okay. I know that you are traumatized because surgery. You don't have to be. Okay. Because now I am aware of the matter, and because we are involved by your own discipline and by the special grace of God and by the knowledge God has given us, we are going to end that disease now. In the next 30 days, we're going to get rid of it, and you will have your health back again, put you back in the trajectory of healing and health, and you won't have any other thing to worry about. So thank you so much. expect my protocol on your WhatsApp. I hope you chat me up on WhatsApp because all your sister's number be henji. So do well to chat me up on WhatsApp. Because when instructions again in the hospital as regards to how you lie down in bed, because I expect that your leg are raised by a pillow or two pillows. Okay? And your leg would be raised just slightly above your heart level. You don't lie down flat. I know they give you such instructions in the hospital. So, but I will want you to send those instructions to me to take another objective look at it and then advise of what you are going to do. Any other supportive measure add, I will let you know based on that. And also, check your blood glucose level. Send it to me right now. Send it to me. In the morning, check your fasting blood glucose level. Send it to me. I want us to do it consecutively like that for 3 days. It will help me to decide my aga add berberine, aga add cinnamon to support your glucose metabolism, because you need to have the capacity to clear out sugar as fast as possible so that we will be able to resolve the issue once and for all. So I'm expecting you to send those things to me so I can use it to work on and send you a comprehensive protocol. Okay, thank you so much. I'll be waiting to hear your test markers on my WhatsApp so that I can send you a protocol matching your tests. Okay. All right. I'll see you when I see your response on WhatsApp. Thank you again for coming on live with me. I pray for a faster healing. Okay. All right. Thank you and have a nice day.